The story is looking a little better today, but Matt, for some reason this week I just picture this villain behind a desk being like "Mwahaha" about the stock market.
Well, you know what? When you see the media coverage on the fires that are going on in California, that just lets you know what this market's all about right now. It's so on fire right now. Bitcoin, for example. I mean, to see the meteoric rise that we're seeing in Bitcoin, this is all taken away from what the market is doing. And the market keeps grinding higher, keeps finding ways to keep taking bad news and turn it into positives.
What is the bad news? What is giving this pressure? Is it tax related?
I don't think it's tax related. I think it's Congress related. As a whole, we just want some clarity on what's going to be done, and can we get it done soon enough? And then we had, the situation with, President Trump yesterday with Jerusalem. That just is another news story that the media is focused on, and it's turning the attention away from where we want it. We want it on the market because we think there are enough good stories out there.
Broadcom earnings couldn't come at a better time as we saw a little lift in the market. Now, if we take a look at the daily chart in the Nasdaq, could this be a potential bullish flag that we're seeing?
It certainly could. We saw it was lagging for about a week, and the rest of the market took over. The financials, the transports, the industrials all had strong week last week, while the Nasdaq kind of flagged out a little bit. So I could see that taking us through the end of the year on a positive sign. Technology's been the driver for most of this rally.
Yeah. True that, Matt. True that. Well, speaking of momentum, we did see some interest in consumer staples, but now today they're down. What's the story behind that?
Again, this sector rotation theme has just gone and keeps the trend keeps going, and until a trend is broken, keep trading on it. So you're going to find certain sectors to invest in for a 3 or 4 day period, and then you're going to find another one. So the consumer staples have been suffering a little bit from that. You're seeing GE having a huge day today. Finally got a bounce. Unfortunately, it was on an announcement that they're going to lay off 12,000 people. So that's not a good sign for the economy as a whole necessarily, but it's a good sign for GE, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's definitely set a bummer tone in their Christmas party, right?
Actually, yeah. You don't need any more of those.
No. Well, one more question, Matt. We do have non-farm payrolls tomorrow. What are your expectations there?
I just don't think they're going to matter as much. I think it's the rate hike is pretty much built in. The Fed has announced it. So I think you're going to take a 3-month look from this payroll, January and February, because I think when the new Fed gets in charge, they're not going to take December's number on a standalone, because there's so much holiday employment and things like that happened from Black Friday until now. So some of it gets a little skewed. So I'm really not even going to look at this number at all.